Okay, I guess we are officially live. Let's see. Okay. All right. So we are live. I figured we could do a couple of hours, talk about the HBO Max, and I want to give you my impressions so far, and then I want to see what you guys have to say. What are your thoughts on it? What do you think? Kind of get into the conversation, and maybe this live stream will help get some notice from the Time Warner to maybe put some features, some more features inside the HBO Max features that I'm gonna talk about throughout this live stream. Hey, what's up, Mamba man? How you doing, bro? Good to see you. How was your Wednesday? Today's a Wednesday. Dude, I was gonna say Friday. I'm thinking it's Friday for some reason, but it's Wednesday night still here on the East Coast, and I know you're in the Rhode Island. I always thought you were in New Jersey. Like for some reason, I thought you were in New Jersey, but you were in Rhode Island. You know, I always thought maybe you are in New Jersey, Bayonne, New Jersey, or next to Newark, but you are actually Rhode Island. You got your HBO Max? Well, that's great. So what I'm gonna try to do here, I'll try to like give you my opinions on it. Now, I'm currently using my browser to watch this. This is Batman. It's HD, obviously. Now, granted, I want to watch Batman. I want to watch all of these movies, all these old Time Warner Brother movies. I want to watch them in a Dolby Vision, and I got most of them in Dolby Vision, Dolby Atmos on my disc. But I just felt a bit disappointed that they've been hyping up this HBO Max, and they've been talking about it for so long. And they said they are going to be in a true competition with Disney Plus. And I'm like, well, if you want to be in a competition with Disney Plus, don't you think maybe you ought to put 4K, at least a 4K, and HDR? Don't even think about Dolby Vision. But don't you think you should at least put all of those movies in 4K? Currently, right now, these movies are not in 4K. They're all in 1080p. And Dolby Digital, and there's also a bunch of movies missing, which I'm going to talk about when we go through here. Hey, how you doing, Daniel Lee? Which I'm going to talk about once we go through this live stream. The bunch of movies that are missing, you know. So on top of the not having a 4K, not having a HDR, or at least just 4K, but no HDR, forget about Dolby Vision, Dolby Atmos, not there, and then to be missing the entire Christopher Nolan collection on top of the Dark Knight trilogy, that's pretty weak. Not to have the Superman. Where's the Superman? Where's Man of Steel? These are the Warner Brothers. Where's Lethal Weapon? I mean, there's tons of stuff that's not being presented. I mean, if you truly want to say that you're gonna bring the entire library, and I know Warner Brothers has juggernaut of a library of movies, like, what's up? You know. How you doing, Ellen March? But the quality is okay. I cannot obviously play this movie, but I can show you a little bit. It's a decent quality. You know, the one movie that really kind of surprised me was The Abyss. The Abyss really has a great quality, and I personally. Hey, how you doing, Daniel? Daniel Davis. How are you, Daniel? We have two Daniels. Daniel Davis, and we got Daniel Lee. Awesome. Am I going to do another Mr. Coffee vlog? Most possibly. I don't know if people want me to do it. I don't think people like my coffee vlogs because I've been doing a lot of Joker. You know, I've been doing a lot of, you know. So... the only reason I was doing Joker is because of mental health awareness, which is something that it's very personal to me because I lost people, lost good friends because of the mental health issues, depression, etc., etc. It's a serious issue. And that's the only reason I brought the Joker. You know, not that I really like doing the voice of Joker, because it's kind of weird doing that voice. Thank you. Thank you, Daniel. You just got HBO Max. Listen, here's what I think so far. Here's the positive about the HBO Max. You can download the movies onto your phone, and you can choose what kind of quality would you like to download them. To me, that's I don't know. I think it's a pretty big bonus. Let's say, for example, you live in New Jersey. You got to go to Newark. You got to go to Newark. We have to go to New York. From Newark, you got to go to maybe, let's say, Queens, Brooklyn. And you take the bus or the train. Maybe you want to watch Batman. Maybe you want to watch a Batman movie without internet. Like, okay, the internet's not that good. Everybody's using a cellular connection, right? How about you watching it offline, and you can watch this offline directly to your phone. So you know, that's a bonus, I would say, that you can download all of these movies and TV shows, and you can watch them on your phone or your tablet or whatever you have. You know, I'm just like giving one. I'm trying to find something positive about the HBO Max, because I know it's. And I said this earlier. I think I said it this morning. I said, I want to be fair to HBO Max. Why? Because it just got released. I think we need to give this service a chance. In September, I'll know in September how rich the library is, what features they have. I believe they're going to implement Dolby Vision and Dolby Atmos. I'm super. There's no question in my mind, guys. This is just the beginning. This is just the beginning. They will implement Dolby Vision, Dolby Atmos on top of the Zack Snyder version of Justice League. Because remember, Justice League, due to the passing of his daughter, may she rest in peace, due to the passing of his daughter, Zack Snyder had to stop filming the movie. So somebody else, second unit or whoever, somebody else was finishing that movie. And obviously, they didn't do a great job on it. So the version of the movie we're going to see is totally brand new. $30 million. Zack Snyder's going to film a bunch of new scenes in next year in 2021. And it's going to be exclusively to HBO Max. And I think that's going to be awesome. So let's give HBO Max a chance. You know, it just got released. Yeah, thank you, Daniel. There you go. You see, Mamba Man, you see they're adding a lot of stuff. So this is just the beginning. They're going to add some more stuff. I'm going to walk you through some of the movies that they have. I just want to show you the quality, how the quality is on the HD. I mean, it's decent. There's a Kim Basinger back in the days in 1989. There's the Thomas Wayne. Actually, the quality is pretty good, man. Even looking at the quality right now, just on a 1080p, it's pretty good. Even from a computer, it looks pretty good. I like it. Oh, June 24th, they're adding the entire... Dude, count me in. If they're going to put the South Park, if they're going to put... Dude, I used to watch Friends and Seinfeld. I used to watch Seinfeld like religiously. Like back in the 90s, man, I used to watch Seinfeld like religiously. I used to watch that TV shows. And Friends as well. So it's kind of cool that you can revisit those old TV shows. They'll probably have the entire collection of George Carlin, Richard Pryor, Eddie Murphy, Beacon Theater, all the comedians in the past. I'm sure they're going to have all of that included in the HBO Max in the coming months, just in time for holidays. They're going to have all that stuff. Oh, Daniel Lee, what's up, Hip Hop? My friend Hip Hop is here. Batman movie. Yes, man, the quality is pretty darn good on it. I'm even here. Look, I'm really. This is a good. This is a probably Blu-ray master. Blu-ray quality here, so it's pretty good. As a matter of fact, I cannot play too much of this, obviously, but I can just show you a little glimpse of it. Maybe I can bring it here just to show you a little bit. Hold on. There's the Joker. Pretty good quality. Pretty good quality, I have to say. Yeah. Not bad. But this will look definitely 100 times, million times better with Dolby Vision, with much better tone mapping of HDR. What HDR pretty much does, it's really, what it tries to do, it tries to tone map certain areas of the movie. So that way it looks more natural. So this light, when it's shining this glass, it has to be more brighter due to the overhead lamp or the overhead lustre that it's beaming the light onto the table. So if they implement like a proper Dolby Vision, then we're gonna see definitely much better quality here. You bought the 4K collection of the old. That's awesome, man. Look, as much as I love Heath Ledger, as much as I love Christopher Nolan, to me, you know, this is the classic. This is the one that, dude, this is my heritage. This is my heritage. Okay, this is like, this is to me where it all started. For me personally, okay, because Batman, when this thing was released in 1989, guys, you have no idea how big of a deal this was. This is a huge deal. Tim Burton, he hit a jackpot with this movie, man. Warner Brothers hit a jackpot with this movie. It was a huge success. Oh yeah, Jack Nicholson, he's a great actor. Even in that movie, I was watching a movie, and I recommend that you guys go see this movie. It was directed by Sean Penn. It was released in 2000. A movie called The Pledge. Even in the movie The Pledge, he's able to play character just perfectly. Even though this character he's playing, it's having some problems, some issues, some dementia, some schizophrenic illusions and whatnot. Really good, interesting movie. I don't know if you guys ever seen it, called The Pledge. Very interesting movie. Oh, Danny Elfman soundtrack. He did the same thing for the Spider-Man. When you look at the, let me tell you, I get goosebumps. I get goosebumps. Watching a Batman opening, you know, like C and D minor, and then watching the Spider-Man, the opening scene of the Spider-Man, and then flipping the pages of the Marvels, you know, it's like, it's really, he knows how to. I think Danny Elfman should compose every comic book movie. He really is a genius. Not that I have anything against Hans Zimmer. Hans Zimmer is more darkish, more like dark, more like that aggressive expansion, you know, that dark, brutal, aggressive expansion, and it works great in a Christopher Nolan universe. It works great in a Christopher Nolan universe. But let me tell you, the Tim Burton Batman and Danny Elfman is just perfect. I agree. Yes, the old Spider-Man, just classic. Yeah, he's a great composer. I think he should get more credit than what. Look, everybody talks about Hans Zimmer. Yes, Hans Zimmer, we get it, fine. I'm not taking anything away from Hans Zimmer. He's a great composer. He introduced synthesizers with orchestra. He's the first composer to introduce synthesizers with orchestra, and he did that with the Rain Man. He did that with the Backdraft. Fine. But Danny Elfman, Jerry Goldsmith, John Williams, the great John Williams. To me, these are the guys that really... Michael Kamen, the Die Hard. Remember Die Hard? The soundtrack of the Die Hard? on that Fox Plaza Nakatomi building in Los Angeles. So to me, these are the greats. Yeah. But let's see if I can just maybe scroll through a little bit of more. There's some good quality here, man. Really good quality. Let's. Oh, there's the joke. Look at that quality, man. And look how quickly I can scroll. That's a pretty darn good quality. Yes, that's right. Michael Gogh is Alfred. Is he still alive, or did he pass away, or is he still alive? Yeah, Daniel Lee. Pledge was a great movie. What's funny about The Pledge, and I don't want to spoil the movie too much, but what's interesting about The Pledge, now this was not intentional because there was no way for Sean Penn to know that the Harvey Two-Face, the guy who was a supporting actor opposite of Jack Nicholson, that they both gonna be playing, that they're both in a DC world. Because Harvey Two-Face, the guy who played the supporting actor in The Pledge, it's a Harvey Two-Face in 2008. And then you got Jack Nicholson, obviously, who is already the Joker. But the funny thing is, at the end of the movie, this actor who played a Harvey Two-Face, he says, "This guy's crazy. He's a great police officer, but he's crazy. He's a clown, a freaking clown." Intentionally saying he's a clown because obviously that's something that they purposely throw that in there because he is a clown. And he played a clown in the Batman 1989, Tim Burton's Batman. It's just interesting. It's a very interesting. When I watch a movie, guys, and this is what I do all the time. So call me analyzer of the movies. I always pay attention to detail. I don't know if you guys do this, but sometimes I'll watch a movie, like every movie. I'll rewatch it carefully. Pay attention to that. What did he just say? Why did he say that? Why is that sign over there? And why is he talking about this? I try to analyze everything to see if it's a coincidence or if it's purposely put there. So I like to analyze the movies when I'm watching them. Dude, I love doing that shit. Yes, Tommy Lee Jones was great in Batman Forever. Listen, Val Kilmer did a decent job. I thought he did a decent job. Batman Forever was great. Nicole Kidman in there, back in her days, was pretty good. And Jim Carrey's Jim Carrey. You know what I was thinking? I really thought about this. Do you know, guys, who would have made a great Joker as well? Daniel Day-Lewis. I honestly believe if Tim Burton or if Christopher Nolan, or let's say, for example, Tim Burton says, "Hey man, I want to go back to Batman, but I want to go back to that universe that I created of Batman, my universe, Tim Burton universe." I gotta tell you, Daniel Day-Lewis probably would have made a great Joker as well. I really, you guys know who Daniel Day-Lewis is. He played the most iconic figure of American history next to George Washington, Abraham Lincoln. And he did a great job portraying Abraham Lincoln in the Spielberg movie. So I think, I don't know, I just think Daniel Day-Lewis, I just have this, there's a thing about him. He's a chameleon. I think he can really push himself to do certain roles. I gotta tell you, hip hop. Oh, when did he pass away? Hold on. Daniel Davis says that he passed away. Oh, I didn't know that. But he was old, right? Even, you gotta remember, in 1989, Michael Gogh was very old. Even back then, he was old. We're talking 1989, long time ago. Jeez, man, that long ago. So yeah. And I liked it. Here's what Jack Nicholson did right. And I'll tell you why Jack Nicholson opened the doors for Heath Ledger and all the other Jokers. What he brought with the Joker is unpredictability. And I think even Heath Ledger was trying to kind of look up to that and that unpredictability. Because that's what Jack Nicholson did in these roles. Unpredictability. When he's having a dinner with Kim Basinger, and then there shows her all the graphic photos and whatnot, and then he puts that gas in, and then he puts on the mask, and she doesn't have a mask. I mean, just all of these little things, unpredictable things through comedy and through this weird smile of his and weird way of looking at things. I think the unpredictability of that gangster that he was, I think Jack Nicholson, opened the door for the other Jokers to come out, Now, Joaquin Phoenix, to me, it's a totally separate Joker. It shows the Joker that it's dealing with the mental health issues, that it's dealing with the acceptance of society. And it works. Listen, it works well, and I have nothing against it, but I'm really not interested. I'll be honest with you guys. I'm not really interested, and nothing to take away from Joaquin Phoenix. Joaquin Phoenix did a great job. But I'm not a fan of Todd Phillips' depressing Joker. I'm not a fan of depressing movies. Life is depressing as it is. I don't want to be depressed, man. I want something like this. Unpredictability through jokes, one-liners, stuff like that. I think that's where I think Tim Burton was genius. And of course, Heath Ledger just shifted gear to a more darker version of that. More plausible, less theater. This is more like a theater version of Joker. What Heath Ledger did is to imagine if something like this could exist. Imagine if I could exist. So and again, I'm not taking any, look, Heath Ledger, without a doubt, the entire world knows he owns that. He really, good luck filling those shoes. For anybody out there, good luck filling those shoes. And but I think due to Jack Nicholson and Tim Burton, Jack Nicholson opened the door. And I think I told you, Hip Hop, that Jack Nicholson, in my opinion, opened the door for that. All right, let's look at a little bit more of this movie, just the quality of it. It's really a good quality, though. Pretty good. I mean, look at this quality here. It looks pretty darn good. Now, let's go ahead and let's talk about the movies and how many movies there are and what they have available. Let's jump right into the HBO Max. I'm sorry for 23 minutes Batman, Joker introduction, but I want to talk about the HBO Max and what are my initial thoughts on it. Here's what I think. I think what they're doing, it's something pretty cool. For those of you who already have HBO subscription, this will be included. Whether it's the Xfinity or AT&T, you get HBO Max included. And I think that's pretty cool. Especially for those of you who have AT&T TV and you have HBO subscription, this is automatically included. All you have to do is select your provider, whether it's AT&T, Cox, Xfinity, or what have you, Time Warner. Do they even have Time Warner, or is it Spectrum now? I don't know. And you have as long as you have HBO subscription, you're gonna have this part of that included without any fee. You won't have to pay anything. You just log in with your AT&T or your Xfinity subscription, and you're good to go. So to me, that's a pretty cool thing. Now, another cool thing that I like is the ability to download the movies, And you can only do that on a phone and on a tablet. On a phone, you can download it and you can watch it offline, so that way you're not required to constantly be connected to the cellular or the Wi-Fi hotspot. You can do it without that. You can go ahead and you can enjoy your movie offline. And I like that sometimes, where I don't have to be connected to the internet and just kick back, relax, and click play and watch it. So that's awesome. So let's look at the movies that they have. They got all of the Harry Potters, all 8 Harry Potter movies. I don't know who cares about Harry Potter. I'll be honest, I was never a fan of Harry Potter, but I'm not here to judge. If you're a fan of Harry Potter, that's awesome, cool, that's great. I did watch Harry Potter, but it's just not my cup of tea. You know, it's just there's some movies I can't get into it. I mean, I can watch it. I'll watch anything, but wasn't my cup of tea. But they got the entire Harry Potter collection. It's here, dude. So if you're a huge fan of Harry Potter, they're all here, man. They're all here, and they're all HD. They're all HD. Every single one of them. Let me see. They're all HD, pretty much. Yeah, I just nothing against Harry. Look, I always tell people, I have nothing against Harry Potter movies. Let's go through the entire. Listen, let's go through A and Z. Let's check out the entire library, because I know that's what you guys want to see. Let's go through the entire library. It's loading up. Let's see what they've got. All right. Let's see. What is this? 2 or 3 things I know about her. I don't know. I never seen that. 12 and Delaware. 12 rounds locked down. Oh my God. Nobody's interested in that. That's what's his name? The WWE star. 2001 Space Odyssey. All right. Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Okay. 39 Steps. 4 Little Girls. All right. 47 Ronin. Okay, this is something I could definitely watch. I love samurai movies. I'm definitely interested in this. The Abyss. There's The Abyss. The Adjustment Bureau. This was a good movie, The Affliction. I don't know if you guys ever seen The Affliction. Pretty cool movie. So it's pretty cool. And Against the Wall. Listen, this was a great movie. Against the Wall. It was pretty cool, man. I remember seeing this movie. It's funny thing is, I used to live in New York. I used to live in upstate. I lived in Albany. I lived in Syracuse. So when this movie was released, I was living in upstate. I was living in the city and also in the upstate New York. So pretty cool movie. Let me click on the movies and go through the entire library. Yeah, the Robin Hood, absolutely. Is that the one with the Kevin Costner? I think that's the one you're referring to. The Abyss, listen, The Abyss looks really good. Great quality on The Abyss. I don't know if maybe I can just play a little glimpse of it. Just a little glimpse of it. I don't know, you can't play it for some reason, I don't know. But anyway, I think I showed you the quality of The Abyss. For some reason, looks great, man. Let's go through the entire library this time. We're not going to click on these movies. We'll just kind of go through the library. I think that's because of AT&T. What's up, Desperado? See, this is why I don't like that they made a deal with AT&T. I knew it ever since Time Warner made a special deal with the AT&T. I knew, oh, this is not good. Out of all the companies, they chose to make a deal with AT&T. I mean, oh my God. They couldn't pick the worst company to make a deal. So let's go through all of these movies. Let's kind of like scroll down through it. Affliction, great movie. Seen it. Against the Wall, great movie. Agent Cody Banks, definitely I'm going to watch that. Muhammad Ali and Kavette. You got the entire Alien. You got Alien, the first Alien. You got Aliens. Well, that's cool. You got Alien. You got Aliens. You got Alien 3, Alien Resurrection. You got Alita. Pretty good movie all the way. I'm just going to scroll down through all these movies. Oh, of course. Analyze That. Analyze This. American Wedding. American Pie. American Woman. I never seen that. Pancho Villa. Animatrix. I'm sure they have Matrix here. They got Anna. Annabelle. Any Given... This is a great movie, man. Any Given Sunday, man. If you have... I mean, I'm sure you guys have seen Any Given Sunday. Any Given Sunday, dude. I was down here when they were filming it at the Orange Bowl Stadium. Orange Bowl Stadium. I was there when there was 1998 when they were Oliver Stone, Al Pacino. Al Pacino is very short, guys. I had no idea how short he is. He's very short. And I'm like, is that Al Pacino? I knew that he wasn't a tall guy, like a super tall guy. I had no idea that Al Pacino was so short. I mean, it was ridiculous. But hey, he's the greatest actor. Doesn't matter. Any Given Sunday, the Orange Bowl Stadium, before they tore it down, before they destroyed Orange Bowl Stadium, I was there when they were filming it. It was great, man. There's so many people. It was crazy. And clearly you could see Oliver Stone running around, looking at stuff and whatnot. Great movie. Any Given Sunday, really, it's about dolphins. It's just they couldn't call it Miami Dolphins. But this movie, it's really dedicated. Oliver Stone made this movie, Any Given Sunday, for Miami Dolphins. It's really a story about Miami Dolphins. And what's even more funny is the name of the team is called the Sharks. You know, Miami Dolphins are dolphins, and in the movie it's called the Sharks. And dude, such a great movie. Oh yeah, I mean he's one of my favorite movies of Al Pacino. It's A Scent of a Woman. He plays this lieutenant that's blind, and he hires this kid. I forgot the name of the actor. He was in a Batman, and he played a Robin in a Batman Beyond, Batman Forever, whatever. One of those movies, Joel Schumacher movies. I forgot the name of the guy. And that movie is one of my favorites of Al Pacino because he really played that role perfectly. I think it's one of his best performances, man. If you haven't seen A Scent of a Woman, watch that movie, man. That movie is real good. You want to see Al Pacino on fire? I mean, like, just the best performance? That's the best performance of Al Pacino. It's Scent of a Woman. Right there. But he's a legend. Just his name, it's a legend. You mention his name, it's like Denzel. You mention Denzel, you know the guy's a legend. All the movies he's done in the past. Look at Al Pacino, Bob De Niro. Those are legends. Even Kurt Russell, it's a legend. The movies he has made. Tons. Danny Glover, you know, Lethal Weapons, Predator. Opposite of Harrison Ford, he played that in A Witness. He played that bad guy in A Witness. Dude, those are legends, you know. Those are the legends that honestly we don't have it today. In 2020, we don't have those legends right now. What we have right now is just something, I don't know, whatever. It's like, I don't know. HBO Max seems lame. Why would AT&T partner with such a mad movie studio? Money, Eli. It's money. It's AT&T has a huge monopoly, and they probably made an offer to Time Warner Brothers. They made a huge offer that, well, the Time Warner just simply couldn't refuse. But you're right. It does damage them in some ways. It's bad for business to be partnered with AT&T. AT&T would be like the last thing on this planet Earth that I would ever partner with. Never ever, dude. So let's see what else they have. Ashes and Diamonds. Hey, does this look familiar to you? Hip hop 90s. Hip hop. What is this? Ashes and Diamonds. You ever seen this movie? I don't know. I've never heard of it. But it looks kind of familiar. See what else they've got. Let me know if you see something. I'll keep scrolling. Let me know if you see something. Oh, here's the greatest movie ever made. Right here. The Babe. The Babe right here. Oh, here we go. Here's the Batman movies. We got the original Batman. Look at that poster. Look at that poster, man. Even the poster, it's badass. After all these years, right, hip-hop? Since 1989. Look at this. Still badass. And Michael Keaton, let me tell you, man, I can't explain it. Nothing against Christian Bale. Nothing against all these other actors who played Val Kilmer. Listen, Michael Keaton was born with a face to play a Batman. He is like born to play a Batman, for crying out loud. Look at that. Are you trying to tell me that's like straight, like born out of comic book, man? And then look at Jack Nicholson. This just top-notch classic shit. Yes, Keaton is the Batman. This is just classic, bro. It's just Batman, 1989. And when he does that thing with the eyes, you know. Batman. Batman. The way he does that is just so fucking cool. Batman Forever. Look at Val Kilmer. Come on, look at Val Kilmer, and then look at the what you call it, Keaton. Look at the Michael Keaton. Come on, man. And look at George Clooney. Oh God. Who's the other guy? Patterson? That's gonna be playing the new Batman. I think he's gonna be his equal to George Clooney. Michael Keaton, man, damn. Look, even here in Batman Returns, just real Batman. Ben Affleck, I guess Ben Affleck's how do I say this? Look, to me, Ben Affleck as a Batman, it's a backup. It's a backup Batman. Like, it's like if there's nobody else to cover, then yeah, it's better than nothing. That's the way I look at him. The way I look at Ben Affleck Batman, it's like, hey, listen, it's better than nothing. If no one else can play it, fuck it, you know, better than nothing. So I look at him as like a backup, you know, better than nothing. Christian Bale is just, how do I say this? To me, Christian Bale, it's a serious, like a legitimately serious Batman. And there's nothing wrong with that. And I understand what Christopher Nolan was doing. He wanted to stay away from the theater Batman. What we saw with the Batman Forever, with the original Batman, 1989, was the theater, almost like a theater comic book presentation. This was something that, hey, what if? Hypothetically, what if these characters do exist in real life? And to be honest with you, when you look at our situation today, when you look at our world, we do kind of have characters like that. We do have kind of like, we have craziness in real life. For sure. There's a lot of craziness out there. It's been proven. And it works. Christopher Nolan has proven to us that yes, it could be plausible that we could have these characters exist, in real life. But it's a totally, totally different universe. I always try to tell people, don't compare Tim Burton's Batman to Christopher Nolan Batman. They're like two different universes, like night and day, two different universes. So I would never compare that. Yeah. No, I thought he did a good job. But as a backup, to me, it's like as a backup, I bought into it. As a backup, Let's see what else we got. So we got all the Batmans. And this is cool. I like this, bro. This is cool. Batman, Batman Forever, Batman Returns. Where's Mr. Freeze? Oh, there it is. Batman and Robin, Mr. Freeze. Batman v Superman. Batman The Dark Knight Returns Part 2. Cool. Batman The Killing Joke. Cool. Batman versus Robin. Battle for Terra. Let's see what else we got. Before the Devil Knows You're Dead. I heard about this movie. Let's see what else we got. Being Julia. Alright. Oh, Belly. Oh, this is DMX, man. I remember this. Holy shit. This is the good old days, man. Belly. Belly was great. What is this? Belichick. Oh, that's Belichick and Saban. That's a documentary. Ben-Hur. Oh my God, they got the Ben-Hur. That's a 4-hour movie with Charlton Heston. Pretty cool. Bessie, they got Bessie, Queen Latifah. They've got Beverly Hillbillies. I saw this. Beverly Hills Chihuahua, Chihuahua 2, Chihuahua 3. Tom Hanks, Big. Oh my God, I remember back in 1987. Was it 1987? Yeah, dude, I remember watching this. The guy who also played in Scarface was in this movie. And in Independence Day, I forgot his name. Tom Hanks was in so many movies, man. God damn. Tom Hanks could have his own channel, like just his movies. It's crazy. Tom Cruise, same shit with Tom Cruise. They could just have their own channel. Denzel, same thing with Denzel. He could have his own channel. Let's see what else we have. Birthday Girl. Oh, this was great, man. I've seen this movie. It's Nicole Kidman and this other guy. It was a good movie, man. Good movie. Black Knight was hilarious. So that was great. Blind Spotting. I want to see this. I never seen it, but I heard things about this, man. I want to see this. Blind Spotting. Pretty cool. Oh, really? And what's the name of the guy who did that? Game Buffett. Who was that guy? Oh, this was great. The Bound. Bound is great. Bounce. This is Harvey Weinstein film. Isn't it interesting? They got a bunch of Harvey Weinstein films, like Bounce. Boys Don't Cry. Hilary Swank. Braveheart. Oh yeah. How were they able to get the Braveheart? Braveheart, it's a Paramount Studios. It's a Paramount Pictures. That's interesting. I guess HBO has some kind of partnership investment with Paramount and DreamWorks. Oh yeah, that's right. They do have DreamWorks, Paramount, and Fox. They do have a relationship partnership. So that's why. See what else we've got. Broken Arrow is a good movie. I love Braveheart, man. Nicole Kidman, she's still hot, man. I mean, when I was watching Aquaman, I didn't care about that other chick, the Johnny Depp's wife. I didn't care about her. I was just waiting for Nicole Kidman. Like, that crush is still there. I think my crush for Nicole Kidman will never go away. It's always there. It's always there. Sorry, Tom Cruise. It is what it is, bro. Don't throw me out of the building. I wouldn't want to mess with that guy, Tom Cruise. That guy's just, he got all kinds of tricks under his sleeves, man. He's fast, he's quick. I don't want to mess around with that guy. Yeah. What is this? Oh, this is great. Hey, hip hop. Desperado. Oh, hell yeah. Anytime. She's a sexy hot grandma. Broken Arrow. Broken Arrow was great. This is when John Travolta. Such a great fucking movie, man. Broken Arrow. Such a great fucking movie. I love this. I just realized I love this fucking movie now. I've seen this millions of times. John Travolta, he stole this movie. It is fucking awesome. This and Face Off, but especially Broken Arrow. If you love John Travolta, this is it. Broken Arrow. Go watch it, man. John Woo, Broken Arrow, Christian Slater. Great movie. Oh, that was horrible. Listen, if you want to see a real Gotti movie, Armada Sante. Armada Sante is the legit, bro. Even survivors of Gambino family who survived, the whole mafia thing, Gambinos, they say that there's only one Gotti that can play Gotti. That's Armada Sante. Armada Sante is the Gotti. Period. And I think they have that. I think we're going to bump into it here. I think they have that movie here. Gotti. Let's, they got Casablanca. Holy shit. They got Casablanca, man. Carnival of Souls. John lives in their town? Cool. Armanda Sante. Oh, game. Then you're definitely in Ocala, bro. You're just north of me. You're in Ocala, which is Central Florida. You're not far from Disney either. I'm in South Florida. You are in Central Florida. It means you're in Ocala. Ocala's beautiful, man. It's a beautiful town. But once you go down deep to Kissimmee, then you get a lot of them gator people. Come in, gator people, man. I'm catching myself a gator. I'm going to get the gator now. Nah, it's pretty cool, man. I love it, man. I love Ocala. It's awesome. I think Tom Cruise had a house there too, because Tom Cruise has houses everywhere, because Tom Cruise wants to be close to his friend John Travolta, because John Travolta is part of Scientology church. So, and that Tom Cruise is just bad shit crazy about Scientology. So I think he still has a house there. I don't know. They're like next to each other. I don't know, close to each other. Whatever. That's what I heard. He might have sold it. Listen, he might have sold it. I don't know. He might have sold it. No, Ocala's great. Ocala's beautiful. Guys, if you haven't been to Ocala, and listen, you're not far from Disney, bro. You're not far from Disney. You're not far from, Daytona. You're not far from Cape Canaveral. You want to see the SpaceX on Saturday, this new rocket go up? You're not far from Kennedy Space Center, Cape Canaveral. It's all there. Cocoa Beach is there. Tampa's there. It's a perfect spot. Central Florida is probably the best part of Florida, in my opinion. So much entertainment, dude. There's so much to do there. Oh, that's awesome, dude. That is awesome. See what else we got. Casino Royale. How is this possible? Wow. CB4 was great. Chris Rock, seen it. Cat People, Castaway, Wilson. Child's Play, Chucky. They got Chucky 2, Chucky 3. Catwoman. They got Catwoman. Cellular. Oh my God, this movie was just terrible. This has got to be the worst movie I've ever seen in history of movies. It was just so bad. Even if I'm drunk, I'm gonna have a hard time watching this movie. And I don't know, I guess Jason Statham he just needed a paycheck, I guess. He needed a paycheck, whatever. Cat People, Castle. Ooh, Castle in the Sky is great. This is great, man. I've seen this. See what else we got. Chocolat, Johnny Depp. Citizen Kane, cool. City of Angels. I saw this movie. It was all right. Citizen X. See what else we got. I'm just keep scrolling and scrolling. Ooh, they got the Cold Mountain. There we go. Some more Nicole Kidman stuff. This is turning into a Nicole Kidman channel. Cool. Commando. This is a fantastic movie. You bastard. Go click on it now. What do you think HBO hasn't jumped on the 4K or HDR and Dolby Vision? That's a good question. I think it has something to do with AT&T because they have a partnership with the AT&T, and AT&T probably doesn't want to invest into remastering all of these movies in 4K and HDR because that's an additional cost. Meaning they gotta go to Dolby Studios, Dolby Labs, and then they gotta tell Dolby, listen, we wanna all of these movies that we have, we need you guys to remaster them to get them in HDR, metadata, Dolby Vision metadata. So all of that's gonna obviously take a lot of time. I think it's AT&T, honestly. I think AT&T screwed it up. You know, as soon as I heard that AT&T was gonna partner up with HBO, with the Time Warner, with the Time Warner, I was like, why? Like, why are you doing this to yourself? You don't need to do this. HBO has enough money to handle it on its own. I mean, Time Warner, Warner Brothers, for crying out loud. Warner Brothers Studios has enough money to handle it itself. And here's the sad part. Here's the sad part, Jimmy, that really hurts me. Warner Brothers has a great relationship, probably the best relationship with Dolby Labs, Dolby Vision, Dolby Labs, Dolby Atmos. They have a great relationship with Dolby Labs. And it disappoints me, it hurts me that we're not seeing that treatment here. Is this going to change in the future? I hope it changes. I hope that some of the executives from HBO or executives from Time Warner, they're sitting at home. Maybe they're watching this. I don't know. If you are watching this, well, gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, don't let the Joker tell you. You should definitely bring it in Dolby. So hopefully they'll do it. I hope. I keeping my fingers crossed. I think they're going to have to do it because there's so much pressure. Mark my words. This is just the beginning. You'll see in the next coming weeks, possibly next month, there'll be so much pressure on Time Warner, on Warner Brothers, on HBO and Cinemax to go ahead and AT&T. There'll be so much pressure to push 4K, UHD, Dolby Vision, Dolby Atmos. Because if you want to compete against Disney Plus, well, you better hurry up because Disney Plus has the entire library of Marvel movies in Dolby Vision, Dolby Atmos, 4K. The entire library of Star Wars in Dolby Vision, Dolby Atmos. The entire library of Pixar, Disney movies, Disney animated movies in Dolby Vision, Dolby Atmos. So, I'm just saying, let's see what else they got. Ooh, Conspiracy. This is a great, this is really a good movie because it really terrifying, like, just watching this, like, it's just terrifying that this was that people that this existed, that something like this existed in early 1940s that something like this existed, where they're determining to wipe out how to wipe out a certain race, how to wipe out certain people, how to do it. It's really terrifying, and this is based on true story. You know, they were sitting around the table trying to determine what's the best humane way to exterminate. Of course, we're talking about Jewish people, the Holocaust, and you know, Nazi Germany back then. Just terrifying. Kenneth Branagh was in it, and the other actor here, I forgot his name, which is a American Italian actor, pretty good actor. Conspiracy, pretty good fucking movie, but also terrifying. If you gotta watch this. Contagion, well, this is a movie that, well, I don't want to watch this. This movie right here, this is definitely not something I want to watch. Let's see what else we have. Cowboys and Aliens. Nice, man. They got Cowboys and Aliens. Yes, Caleb, you're right. I'm glad you brought that up. I'm glad you brought that up. And I think we have to be honest here when it comes to HBO and Max. They did lie. And this has been documented. And I got misled. I bought into it a little bit. And I was only disappointed to find out that, well, there's no Superman. There's no Man of Steel. There's no Christopher Nolan Dark Knight movie trilogy. Not to mention, there's no Christopher Nolan movies collection at all. I can't find a Christopher Nolan movie here. Where's Memento? I've been looking all over it. So that's disappointing. Lack of DC movies. So yeah, it's just it's a really weak lunch. You know, I really expected more, but then once I find out, I swear I didn't know that they were still under contract with AT&T. And you know, AT&T likes to hold a monopoly. Once I find out they were still under the contract with AT&T, and in order for Time Warner to break the contract from AT&T, we're talking a lot of money. They would have to pay AT&T just to break out of that contract. And probably the worst mistake they made. Crazy Stupid Love, good movie. Seen it like a few times. Like a comedy. Let's see what else we have. Coyote Lake, that's a good movie too. I've seen it. Corky Romano, Cool Hand Luke. Oh yeah. I mean, look. Here's the thing, guys. Here's what I want to say. I mean, there's definitely movies. I mean, you're gonna find a bunch of movies, bunch of TV shows. I mean, you're not gonna have a difficult time finding something to watch. But if you're gonna mislead us and tell us that the entire library of Warner Brother movies will be there, well, where is it? The entire library of Warner Brother movies. Because I know Warner Brother movies has Unforgiven, has Wyatt Earp, has a bunch of movies. Like, come on, man. I know what the Warner Brothers library is, and it's a pretty juggernaut of a library. And there's tons of stuff missing. There's a lot of stuff missing. And that's kind of like you said, it's misleading. It's misleading, Caleb, and it's pretty sad that they did that. But I mean, look, they still got a lot of movies. Here's the funny thing is, they have Daylight, and Daylight, it's Universal Studio. You would think that they would focus more on the Warner Brother movies instead of focusing on too much of Universal and Fox and what's the other one? Universal, Fox, Metro-Goldwyn-Mayer, and what else they have? Where's the Legendary? Hold on. What about a Legendary Pictures? Legendary Pictures. What happened to Legendary Pictures? What happened to Village Roadshow Pictures? I'm just saying. That's part of Warner Brothers as well. Yeah, the Conjuring movies should be there. And Warner Brothers has a lot of horror movies. Warner Brothers, let's see, we got Clint Eastwood, Dirty Harry. All right, so we're finally getting closer to some Warner Brothers movies. We got Dead Man, Johnny Depp. We got Deadpool, Clint Eastwood. Dead Silence, okay. Deep Blue Sea, Warner Brothers. Deadwood, that's the HBO. Diabolique, I never seen this. I don't know what Devil's Advocate, Warner Brothers. Great movie, Devil's Advocate. But look at this. This is a funny thing. Here we are, 20th Century Fox. Like, what's up? Like, why are we seeing so much 20th Century Fox? The Abyss, Alien, Aliens. Hey, look, I have nothing against 20th Century Fox. I love 20th Century Fox. But what is this? Is this Fox Max or HBO Max? Is this Time Warner Library or is this 20th Century Fox Library? Look, I welcome this. I welcome Die Hard. Die Hard 2, Die Hard with a Vengeance. I'm just simply saying what happened to the Warner Brother movies, you know. What? What the? Oh my God. Mamba Man, you kidding me, right? Tim Burton Batman movies and Lego movies are leaving in 3 fucking days. Sorry for the language, but that's just... Come on, HBO. HBO Max. You see, you're shooting yourself in the foot right now. You are actually... You want Disney Plus to win. And I gotta tell you, what Disney Plus has, I mean... and just the quality, sheer quality of Disney Plus, watching those movies on Disney Plus, man. Did you see the quality of that Star Wars Skywalker? The quality of the Marvel movies, the quality of Pirates of Caribbean, and all of those movies, man. Disney Plus right now, it's kicking ass. I mean, it's kicking HBO Max ass. It's not kicking Netflix. Nobody can touch Netflix. Nobody can touch Amazon Prime, especially Netflix. But I gotta tell you, HBO Max, if you want to compete against Disney Plus, you gotta step up. You gotta step up your game, cause Disney Plus right now it's ahead of the curve. That's crazy. Caleb. You know what, Caleb? Thank you for that. Caleb, you did your homework. I like that. And I should have done my homework. That's right. Once the rights of 20th Century Fox expires to HBO, guess what? Disney will snatch Die Hard, Die Hard 2, Die Hard 3, Alien, Aliens, Predator, Predator 2, Predator, all of these Predator movies, Alien vs. Predator, White Man Can't Jump. It's going to get all those movies, Commando, Speed, Speed 2, all of these movies. They're going to snatch it. It's going to go to Disney Plus. No. You're right, man. No, Caleb is right. I haven't thought about that. See, that's how this business is being played. That's how they're playing. You know, it's like they're looking at other company and see when their rights are expiring with the studio. And then the other companies like Disney, ooh, this is our opportunity right now. Let's go ahead, let's snatch the deal with the 20th Century Fox. Let's contact the Fox Plaza. Let's go ahead and let's make a deal. No, you're right, man. You're right. These movies are going to be gone. You're not going to see Die Hard, Die Hard 2, Die Hard with a Vengeance. Shit will be gone. Let's see what else we got. Edge of Darkness. Okay, that's a Warner Brothers movie. See what else we got. There's some movies I never heard of. Like, I'm looking at this, like El Diablo. I never heard of that. Ebola. Definitely I'm going to watch Ebola for sure. The Astronaut. That was a good movie. I've seen it. Squad. I never seen this. El Rio, Elevator, Gallows, Elizabeth Part 1, Part 2, Enchanted, Ella Enchanted, that's the Catwoman, Emperor Jones, Enemy at the Gates. What the hell is Paramount? So wait a minute, they still have so they have 2 contracts, actually 3. They still have this contract with 20th Century Fox, Paramount Studios, DreamWorks, and Universal. But mark my words, Steven Spielberg loves Apple, and Steven Spielberg will snatch. You better believe it. He will snatch it. I know a snatcher when I see one. He's going to snatch Band of Brothers. He's going to take the Band of Brothers and put the Band of Brothers on Apple Plus, Apple TV Plus. Mark my words, Steven Spielberg is going to snatch, because he owns the rights to Band of Brothers and Saving Private Ryan, because it's DreamWorks. Okay, it was created by DreamWorks, published by Paramount. Same thing here. Created by DreamWorks. Band of Brothers was created by DreamWorks and published by HBO. So it will happen. Mark my words, man. So HBO is just gonna have Warner Brother movies and their original movies. So you're just gonna be watching Warner Brother movies, but that's okay, fine. You know, but don't mislead people, like you said, Caleb. Don't mislead people that the entire library since 1980 will be here. Since HBO got aired in 1980s, or early 1980s, all the movies will be there. You know. Well, there you go. For $10, it's not bad. Justice League theatrical version. Black Klansman's great movie, man. I love that. Hellboy. Well, come on, man. So is Joker's gonna leave as well? That's crazy. All these movies are leaving. Eraser. It doesn't matter that the movies are leaving. As long as I'm here, the Eraser, I will erase all the other movies. It doesn't matter. I'm going to erase all the other movies. I'm only going to be over here. And there you go. That was a great movie, by the way. Eraser. I'm going to add this, dude. I love fucking Eraser. I'm going to add that movie. I love that movie. I'm going to add some of these movies. They're fucking great. Why so serious? Why so serious? HBO. I don't know, like, it's funny, Joker comes and goes with me. Today I don't have a Joker. Heath Ledger Joker is leaving me pretty soon. Hold on. Why so serious? No, he's still here. He's still here. Fast and the Furious, okay, we got that. The Fight Club, 20th Century Fox. See what else we have. Flawless. I think that's Warner Brothers, right? Five Fingers. I think that's the HBO original, right? For All Mankind. See what else we got. Forget Paris. That's Warner Brothers, I think. Freddy vs. Jason. That's Universal, dude. Is that Universal or Warner Brothers? The Frighteners. That's Warner Brothers. It'll stay. It will stay. Gangs of New York. That's Metro Goldwyn Mayer. I don't know if that's going to stay. United Artists. Who knows? This could go. This could go. Gathering Storm, it's HBO original. It will stay. Get Carter, it's Warner Brothers. It will stay for sure. Yo, Adrian, he's going to stay there. Let's see. Godzilla, it's a Warner Brothers and Legendary Pictures. Legendary is part of Warner Brothers Studios, so that they're staying. Look, they got a bunch of Godzilla movies, dude. This is awesome. Okay, I'm happy a little bit. I'm happy that they got some Godzilla movies. They got Godzilla, Godzilla King of All Monsters, and Godzilla Raids again. Cool. see what else we got. Joker should be staying for a while. That's Warner Brother movie. I think Caleb. I think Joker will probably stay there, probably forever, because it's a Warner Brothers movie. I don't see any reason why would they remove it. Because it's their movie. But you never know. You never know. You never know. Gone Fishing. Oh, I love this movie, man. Gone Fishing. Joe Pesci, Danny Glover. Love it, man. Love it. Gone with the Wind. This is a classic. If you've never seen Gone with the Wind, man, that's Clark Gable, man. It's classic. A Good Job. Good Will Hunting. Wait a minute. Good Will Hunting is not Warner Brothers. It's Miramax. But hold on a second. Miramax, that's the Weinstein Company, right? The Weinstein. So do they still have the rights? I guess they still have the rights to Good Will Hunting for some reason. Or maybe they renew the rights to Miramax to keep the Good Will Hunting. I don't know. Sleeping Angels, yeah. Unless they want to put it on the TV, Joker should stay. I think to Warner Brothers, DC it's important. Joker it's important. And especially the Justice League, it's important to them. And they're putting a lot of faith on Zack Snyder, and they want to bring Superman. Man, who knows? We might see another sequel by Zack Snyder for Superman. And I think really watching that watch along of Man of Steel, I really believe that Zack Snyder wants to go back to Superman and just make a standalone Man of Steel sequel that we deserve. Because Batman v Superman, it really wasn't a sequel of Man of Steel. Really, it was just a prologue for Justice League. I want to see a true sequel to Man of Steel. And I honestly feel that after he's finished with Snyder's cut, the Justice League cut, I strongly believe that he will continue with a sequel, the true sequel of Man of Steel. Henry Cavill obviously will come back. So I can't wait for that, man. Oh, they did? Warner Brothers bought a Miramax. Well, that's cool. That's awesome. No, dude. I'm kind of happy that they bought Miramax, because Miramax has some cool movies, man. So that's pretty cool. Great Dictator, another classic. Yes. Let me know if you see something. Let me know if you've seen something that... The Great White Hype. Love this movie. Love it. It's a Sam Jackson. Look, I'll watch anything with Samuel Jackson. If Samuel Jackson's in it, fuck, I'm going to watch it regardless, dude. If he's in it, I'm watching it. I'm watching it immediately. What else we've got here? Greta. Who is Greta? I don't know. Gremlins, too. They got Gremlins. Well, that's a Warner Brothers, right? Gremlins are Warner Brothers. So they got the Gremlins. Pretty cool. Gremlins 2. Gross Point Blank. Nice. Gunfight. I don't know what this is. I've never seen it. Hackers. This was great. Angelina Jolie back in the days. Hackers. Pretty cool movie. They got tons of stuff, man. I mean, dude, I'm scrolling forever. Hangover Part 2. Nice. Hanzo the Razor. Sword of Justice. Ooh. Before I see... Listen. These are the 3 movies I want to see before Ghost of Tsushima. Before Ghost of Tsushima. This is it, man. Hanzo the Razor and Hanzo the Razor the Snake. I'm going to watch this shit, all 3 of these. See what else they got. Oh, Harry Potter. They got all the Harry Potters. What's up, mobs? How you doing, man? Oh, we're just scrolling through. We're scrolling through this library. of HBO Max. We got all the Harry Potters, man. All the Harry Potters are here. I guess if you love Harry Potter, HBO Max is the must-have. Listen, if you love Harry Potter, HBO Max is like mandatory. Like, you gotta have this because, dude, you got everything. You got all of them. The entire Harry Potter. They should call it Harry Potter Max. That's what the HBO Max should have been called, Harry Potter Max. They got all the Harry Potters you can think of. Harsh Times, good fucking movie. I love this movie. I'm gonna add this movie. I love this fucking movie, dude. You know what? I really love Christian Bale when he's batshit crazy. I don't know. He just, like, even the American Psycho. American Psycho. It should be. Why American Psycho? It's not available. Oh, that's Universal. My bad. American Psycho, it's Universal. I'm sorry. Universal Studios. He just plays he just looks good on him. Same thing with Tom Hardy, and same thing with Christian Bale. When they're playing a batshit crazy motherfuckers, it's just, it fits him for some reason. Possibly Caleb. It makes sense. And then they're gonna set him up for the sequel of Man of Steel. Now, I'm hoping that there will be a sequel. Listen, if the Zack Snyder cut, if it's not successful, then we're not going to see Man of Steel. If Zack Snyder cut, it's successful, and I believe it will be successful because there's such a huge anticipation, huge demand for this movie. I believe it will be successful. Let's see. What else we got? Hidden Fortress. A bunch of samurai movies, man. We got Hidden Fortress, The Hitcher. The Hitcher's great. Great movie. Seen it. We got The Hobbit. Okay, well, The Hobbit's Warner Brothers. Listen, New Line Cinema. Here's what you're going to see. All the legendary picture movies, Woolwich Roadshow picture movies, Castle Rock movies, you'll see it. All the Stephen King movies, you'll see it here. New Line Cinema, you'll see it here. Because it's Warner Brothers. They're like a sister studios to Warner Brothers. So you'll see those movies, obviously. This is actually, I wanted to watch this, House of Saddam. I never seen it, but I really want to watch this. People told me, like, you got to see this. This is the HBO original TV show, mini-series. What else they got? I Am Sam. It was a good movie. I Am Sam. The Iceman, Secret of Mafia, Hitman. Okay. Let's see what else they got. I keep scrolling. Into the Storm. Good movie. The Invisible. Is this that kid? Yo, this is the kid, Robbie, that was playing in the War of the Worlds? Is that who this is? I think that's who that is. This kid played Robbie, Tom Cruise's son, in War of the Worlds. That's who this is. Oh, thank you. They got Jaws. Hey, listen, at least they have Jaws. They got Jaws and Jaws 2. So, but don't you think HBO, don't you think it would have been better? Don't you think it would have been better if Jaws was in 4K? Dolby Vision? Dolby Atmos? Don't you think? Don't you think? HBO Max? see what you guys are saying. Hold on. Sorry if I'm not like I'm trying to. There's so many stuff popping up on the chat room here. Let me see. I hope it's called Man of Tomorrow, dude. Caleb, I like the way you think, Caleb. You need to contact Zack Snyder. Seriously, you should definitely contact Zack Snyder. Uh, that's a great, great title, man. Man of Tomorrow. I like that. That's fucking cool. I know. Sleeping Angels. But from what I understand is that the HBO still has the rights. That means that Home Alone will be gone. Die Hard will be gone. Aliens will be gone. Predator 2 will be gone. I think Stars has the rights to Predator and Predator 2. So it's just one big clusterfuck. Here's what I want to say, guys. My biggest problem, my biggest problem with all of these services is it's such a clusterfuck. And I'm sorry for the language, but I had to use that word, cluster freak. It's a one big giant cluster of all of these studios competing against each other, and at the end, we, the consumers, we, the movie buffs, we, the movie fans, we're the one suffering at the end of it, because it's going to be us that will have to make a choice. Hey, should I go with a Disney Plus, or should I go with the HBO Max, or should I go with Amazon Prime, Netflix, Hulu? What should I go with? Apple TV Plus? There's so much cluster. It kind of sucks. Can we have universal joint service where it's called the Vault, the movies Vault, where every movie ever made, it's in there. It's in 4K, in Dolby Vision, and Dolby Atmos. Dude, I would gladly pay $20 a month. Give us every movie ever made. Put it in there, in that vault. How cool would that be? That you can watch every movie ever made. Make your own collection favorites. And it's like a Spotify. Think of it like a Spotify of movies. And everything's there. I really hate this whole thing. You got to pay for this. You got to pay for ESPN Plus. You got to pay for Hulu. You got to pay for Netflix. You got to pay for Amazon Prime, which is a yearly thing. Now you got to pay for Disney Plus. You got to pay for HBO and Max. It's just all of that stuff adds up. And then you end up paying like $80 a month, $100 a month. All that shit adds up, man. And I just hate it. I'm not a fan of that. Yeah, it is ridiculous. What's up? Hola, JC Vasquez. How you doing? ¿Cómo estás? ¿Cómo estás, Vasquez? How you doing? Everything's same here. Nada. Just chilling. Yeah, too much services. I'm not really like a huge fan of that. And I agree. All of us here would gladly pay. Do you know how much money they would make if they were charging people $10 a month and you can access every movie, every TV show ever made? Dude, that would be the biggest juggernaut of a service. It would destroy Netflix. Netflix wouldn't be able to survive. Maybe with their originals, but wouldn't be able to consume itself with the juggernaut if they had something like that. Every movie ever made from every studio in one spot, in one vault, and you can access it anytime you want. Download it to your phone, watch it anytime you want. That would be like a true movie buff dream come true. And that's what I would do. You see, that's how you get good business. Don't charge people too much. Charge them a little. But here's a good example. Don't charge people too much. Charge them just a little. But give them what they want. If you give people what they want, you will make your money. you will make your money. It's simple as that. But you're right, the politics, there's a lot of politics in there, a lot of monopoly. You know, there's a bunch of monopoly. I own this studio. My studio has rights to that movie. That movie should not be there. I'm buying it off Sony. Now it's selling movies. Sony, it's not making their own. This is interesting. I got to talk about this. Sony has a Columbia Pictures and Screen Gem. You know, they have their own. Sony's pretty good. They have a lot of good movies. Stars has a bunch of Sony movies. So Sony started selling all of their movies to Stars and other companies. So Sony, it's in the independent right now. They're selling movies to whoever they want, whoever bids the more. So for example, if Apple TV needs to put some movies on their empty library, which is pretty empty right now, the Sony will sell it with a contract for 2 years, 3 years, whatever. Sony will sell that to them. So that's what Sony's doing right now. That's why Sony doesn't really have any service. Columbia Pictures is just, okay, you want the Close Encounters of the Third Kind? Okay, Jeff Bezos paying more for the Close Encounters of the Third Kind. Okay, we'll put the Close Encounters of the Third Kind. We'll put it on Amazon Prime. What's up, Giovanni Valley? How you doing, man? Nothing, man. We're just we're talking about HBO Max. We're scrolling through the movies here. We have Jaws, Jaws 2. Maybe I can look at the quality of Jaws. Maybe I can click on it just a little bit. Just click on it a little bit, and let me see. I don't know if it's going to show up or not. Not bad. It's not a bad quality. It's pretty decent. Hold on. Not bad. Not bad. Actually, it's pretty good. Listen, their HD quality, it's like a Blu-ray quality. It's a pretty good quality. I'm not gonna lie. But come on, you know, it's 2020. If HBO Max was released in, let's say, 2008 or 2010, let's say 2010, HBO Max was released in 2010, then I'm okay with HD. You know, I'm not gonna complain, and I have no issues watching a movie in HD. It's still gonna look good. But my problem is it's 2020. Your competitors like Disney Plus are rocking Dolby Vision, Dolby Atmos on their latest Disney movies. So why? It's beyond me. Whoever thought in Time Warner Studios and AT&T headquarters, whoever thought this idea that we shouldn't give them Dolby Vision, we shouldn't give them HDR, we shouldn't give them 4K. Whose idea was that? I know, it's ridiculous. Giovanni Valley, this is HBO Max. From what I understand, HBO Max, it's I think you get it for $12 a month. I could be wrong on this, so please correct me if I'm wrong. I think it's $12 a month. But if you have Xfinity, if you have a Xfinity Comcast cable service, if you have a subscription to HBO, if you have AT&T TV subscription, HBO, this is free. And this is just this kind of like a business deal that the cable companies are making to keep you. Think about what they're doing. What these cable companies are doing. It's smart, but at the same time, it's very shady. Yes, they're going to give you HBO Max for free, but you're still paying for HBO subscription, and you're still paying under the contract for 2 years. You're still paying monthly payments for AT&T. So they kill 3 flies with one hit. Very smart move, but it sucks for us consumers, you know. And I know what they're doing. I know how this business operates. I know which strings they're pulling, but it's not good for us. I think it's $12. I think you can get it for $11.99, $12. I think original price is going to be $17 a month, but you can get it for $12. I think $12 a month you can get it right now. It's like a limited time only, $12 a month, I think, for like 3 months or something. I think. Let me see something. Let me just scroll down a little bit. I mean, it looks nice. Don't get me wrong. I mean, it looks really nice. This is a really clean. Let me tell you. I'll tell you something. And I noticed this when I was watching The Abyss. Trust me. I saw The Abyss yesterday, last night. Dude, I went to bed like 4:30 in the morning because it's The Abyss. It's like special edition 3.5 hour movie. James Cameron movie. I noticed that the bitrate of 1080p it's equal as Blu-ray, and this is like as equal as Blu-ray. So you're not gonna get like a shitty quality. You're definitely gonna enjoy watching Jaws in a good 1080p source quality, upscaled to 4K. So you're still gonna have a good upscale to 4K, you know. And if you have AT&T TV, you can use a HDR compression and compress the HDR on this movie to to give that HDR a little makeup. But remember, the HDR only works the best when the studio tone maps it properly and remasters it properly. That's when it works the best. Meaning color correction. All of this stuff has to be done in a lab, in Dolby Labs, to give that nice cinematic feel that the HDR does bring, that the Dolby Vision does bring. Yes, I saw. Didn't you guys see? I was leaving a bunch of comments. I was like a troll. Today I was in the mood to be a troll. I don't know what happened to me today. I feel so guilty. I joined the trolls. What happened to me? I never thought I would end up. I never thought I'd end up becoming a troll, but today I became a troll a little bit. I'm just having fun. I left a bunch of comments where I said, you can see it. It was on IGN, because if you go to PlayStation Europe, on PlayStation Europe, they don't allow you to comment, and they don't allow you to like and dislike. So what I did basically, I went to the IGN because I love my informative garbage news. I love my IGN informative garbage news. And anyway, I said something, I can't believe what happened. You know, or something in the beginning of the trailer. Joel says something like, I don't know what happened. Like, I tried my best or something to raise Ellie, and then she went AWOL, and then that is, let me tell you, there is no saving The Last of Us. Last of Us is beyond saving, man. It's sad. But look, Naughty Dog only has themselves to blame. Only has themselves to blame. Why do you have to do this? You know, why is it so important to you to cater to a certain movement? I would never make a movie to cater to a certain group or to a certain movement, to a certain political group. Why would you do that? Why would you put yourself in that position? The best way to survive as an artist, even me, the best way to survive is to be independent. It's to be unbiased. It's to be just focused on creativity. Creativity. Everybody wants to see Joel play alongside Ellie. Wouldn't it be cool if you can play as Joel and Ellie as a co-op? You see, I just fixed the problem. You see that, Naughty Dog? It took you how many years? I just fixed the problem within a few seconds. Story should have been written better. Why some characters has to be canned just like that? Like flies, like lepers, has to be brushed off like lepers. Come on, Naughty Dog. You only got yourself to blame for this. You know, don't blame the people. People are just protesting. That's their right. They have a right to protest because they're going to be paying you $60. That's why we have protests. And you should have known this was going to happen. How could you not have seen this? How could you not have foreseen that this is going to happen? So you only got yourself to blame, Naughty Dog. Yes, I'm going to play the game. I'm going to play the game. I'm going to play it in 4K for you guys. But as you're going to see, as we play through the game next month, you're going to see exactly as to why people were upset. It's not the graphics. Graphics are outstanding. Mechanics, gameplay, it's outstanding. Dynamic weather, sound effects, it's outstanding. It's the story and killing of the characters that we love that pisses people off. No, I haven't got the Dutch yet. I haven't got the Dutch yet, but it's pretty cool. We're gonna do Predator tomorrow. We're gonna do the Dutch and Predator tomorrow for sure. I'm getting a Dutch tomorrow. Actually, you can control him, and you can say stuff like, "Get down, secure the area over here. We'll get to the chopper. Do it now. Come on, Dylan." They're adding a lot of voices that Arnold has recorded recently. This is something that Arnold has recorded recently. And they're going to be adding some more stuff of him saying certain quotes. "We better get to the chopper now. There won't be nobody left to get to the chopper." Or like, you know, stuff like that, you know. It's going to be great. It's going to be great. We're going to do it tomorrow, man. It's going to be awesome. Let's look at a little bit of this quality here, just a little bit more. Look, this is great, man. This is a good HD. It's like a Blu-ray quality HD. But come on, HBO Max, we deserve better. We deserve Dolby Vision. We deserve Dolby Atmos. Don't you think a movie like this, Jaws, this movie, it's as old as I am, 41 years. Don't you think this movie deserves a better treatment? You know. Let's see what else we got. I'll scroll down a little bit more. It's a good quality here, man. Can't complain. Can't complain. All right, let's exit this. Let's continue scrolling through the movies. Movies, A through Z. A through Z. Okay. I'm going to keep scrolling. Let me know if you see something. Yeah, tomorrow we're going to do this. Tomorrow. I might be old, but it doesn't matter. What the matter is that I have a clear vision. I'm not stuck. It's some quarantine over here. I have a clear vision. I'm going to kill the Predator. I'm going to do it tomorrow. The Predator, your days are outnumbered. The Dutch is coming back for you. Oh, some of these characters will never leave me, man. I'm Mr. Freeze. Like the Arnold's never gonna leave me. Snake, Colonel. Like Snake's never gonna leave me. David Hayter's never gonna leave me. And of course, and I thought my jokes were bad. It's not gonna leave me either. You know, Heath Ledger's Joker's not gonna leave me. Some of these, because I'm INFJ. You know, I'm intuitive. Introversial. I have different personalities. Don't be afraid. I'm not the Beast. I'm not like, what I'm trying to say is this. I am not Split, like the guy in the Split movie, okay? That's a mental health issue. But I do have certain traits that gives me this ability to chameleon myself into different characters, you know. So it's just normal. It's nothing weird. It's just normal, you know. All right. Now, you see, Mr. Gimbal here wouldn't be able to save a nickel for his grandma. Stuff like that. It's kind of freaky. Some people say they feel kind of uneasy because here's the thing. I can't observe myself the way you guys observe me. And the way you observe me, you might have different ideas about me. So what I try to do is I try to detach myself from myself sometimes and to observe myself like, well, wait a minute. You know, if you fall into the character, like a method acting character, sometimes people can feel uneasy because you're not breaking the character. Imagine if I was just talking like Joker 24/7. It would freak the fuck out of you. You might laugh for a little bit, but afterwards you'd be like, dude, drop it, man. You're scaring me now. Like, what the fuck, dude? You know. So method acting, you know, it's one of those things. I'm gonna make the pencil disappear. Ta-da! They have Bohemian Rhapsody. Yes, they do. Let's go back to HBO Max. Boarded Town. Ooh, Jennifer Lopez and Antonio Banderas. Let me see if let me know if you see something. I'm scrolling through the entire library. If you see something, let me know. CB4, Chris Rock, Catwoman. Oh, another crush, Halle Berry, man. Ugh. Yes, Nicole Kidman, I have a crush for her, but my God. And I hate, what's his name? I hate you. What's his name? Jesus Christ. Billy Bob Thornton. I hate you. I hate Billy Bob Thornton with passion. You took away my crush. I hate you for that. In the movie called, what was it? The Monster or something? Whatever the fuck it was called. Billy Bob Thornton. I hate you. How dare you? I didn't see the Gotti. Okay, we're gonna see if the Gotti's there. Let's go hit the G. See if the Gotti's there. Gangs of New York is there. Gotti's not there. Get Carter is there. Gia is there. If you want to see Angelina Jolie when she had some meat on her, when she wasn't skinny, and she's naked 24/7, this is the movie. No, I'm just letting you know. If you have a crush for Angelina Jolie for whatever reasons, maybe you do. This is when she had some meat on her, you know, when she had some chops and, you know. So what I mean by that, she had some curves. When she had some curves and a big booty, when she wasn't skinny. I don't like skinny Angelina Jolie. This is the kind of Angelina Jolie I used to like, right here. Could be, maybe John Gotti. Hold on. Let's see. Jaws. They got all the Jaws. Oh my God. Jaws 3D. John McCain. John Wick 3 is here. Well, what is John Wick? Hold on. HBO Max. I need you to explain this to me. Hold on. HBO Max. Explain this to me. Explain it to me. Why would you have John Wick 3, Pendelium, but you don't have Parabellum? I'm sorry, not Pendelium. What the fuck am I saying? Parabellum. Did I say Pendelium? Anyway, all I'm saying is this. Why would you have John Wick 3, but you don't have John Wick 1 and John Wick 2? What happened with John Wick 1, John Wick 2? Come on. You know what? Let me find out for you. Let me find out for you because I want to get it right. You know, I have to be like Joe Rogan, like on the Joe Rogan podcast when Joe says to, what's his name? Hey, Jamie, look that up, will you? I'm going to pretend to be Jamie right now. Let's see how much it is. Look that up, Jamie, will you? Oh, it's $15 a month. It's $15 a month. It's a bit steep. Hold on a second. Think about this, guys. It's $15 a month. Disney Plus. Look what you get with Disney Plus for $13. For $13, you get ESPN Plus. You get to watch all of the football games, Walt Library, boxing library, NHL, baseball library, all of the ESPN stuff, exclusives. You get to watch that shit included with ESPN Plus, UFC, MMA, all of that stuff included. You get Hulu included, Hulu included with all of their anime movies. They do. Hulu's got anime up to yayo. They got all of the anime. The best anime you're going to find on Hulu. On top of Disney Plus, Marvel collection, Pixar collection, National Geographic, Star Wars collection. The list goes on and on and on. I think with Disney Plus, you get much better value for $13. For $13 a month. And I was telling Mamba man, my brother from Rhode Island, I was telling Mamba man that you get much better value, and he's gonna upgrade, I think, when his thing expires. Right now he's got a Disney Plus for free for like I don't know how many months, but he's gonna in November, I think he's gonna get the $13 package deal. I think with Disney Plus you get a much better value. And remember, that's what this whole thing is about, guys. You got to ask yourself, what value am I getting? And I think you get, in my opinion, this is just my opinion, I think you get far better value with Disney Plus. You get sports, you get movies, National Geographic, anime movies, for $13 a month. It's a pretty good deal. You know. That's just me. Yeah, too much, John. I agree. Listen, and I'm glad that you guys liked that video yesterday, because I was just trying to be honest, yes, they have, but all these movies, it's like my friend Motown, Mr. Motown, shout out to Motown, on the comment, he left a comment, he said, all of these movies you can get on HBO Go, on HBO Now. If you already have HBO, you can get this stuff. You can get most of the stuff. If you have Cinemax, you can get most of the stuff, So it's kind of like, what am I getting here? What's the value? I'm having a difficult time trying to picture the value. What's the value here? The model I have, well, I got tons of TVs. I have a E8, 2018 E8. I love my E8. It's a old glass in E8, and that glass protects the OLED. It's a very heavy glass. It's a very heavy TV, but it protects the OLED, and it makes the OLED look like it's floating in the air, especially if you put a bunch of LED lights behind it. So E8, I have a E8. In another room, I have Q8FN, and in my living room, I have R617 TCL. But OLED, it's one of my favorite right now. OLED is just something that I've been using for. This is my fourth OLED, guys, from B6, C6, C7, E8, and now this partnership that I have with LG Labs. I'll be reviewing and testing C10, 2020 version C10 with 120 Hertz variable refresh rate and G-Sync included. Oh, the colors are emissive. That means, like, for example, like every and each color on this background here will be reproduced with every and each pixel, and every and each pixel will reproduce that color accurately. So for example, the black will be as black, yellow will be as yellow, red will be as red, and all the colors through the wide color gamut spectrum of colors will be represented equally, and therefore will give you the best possible contrast ratio. Do you know why? Because you're dealing with organic technology that's emissive, but it can also have a potential burn-in, which is the risk you take with OLED. LCD, it's LCD. It's a liquid crystal display, and LCD requires LED lights behind it to lit up the LCD screen. And they're using certain shortcuts and methods like local dimming to dim that bleeding light. But it's impossible for an LCD to dim that bleeding light, because it's always going to be there, especially when you turn the lights off. When you turn the lights off, you're going to see it. Now, granted, some of these televisions like Z9F, Z9D, Q9OR, with all these local dimmings that they have, they definitely has pushed the technology way above and beyond. And I'm really impressed with what LCD can achieve, what the LCD can do. But when you compare LCD technology with the organic light emitting diodes, emissive technology, it's like night and day. It's like night and day, man. Yes, there is that potential burn-in, but let me tell you, I have my E8 now for a year and a half, and I haven't had any issues. I haven't had any problems. There's certain tips and tricks you can use to have your television shut off if you're not watching it, if you're not using it. You can also regulate how much of ecosystem power usage do you want your television to consume. If you're not watching in HDR, you can move that OLED light to 70%. The OLED light is the key to keep your lifespan of your OLED panel. You don't want to burn out that emissive technology. You don't want to burn out those pixels because they're emissive. They're lighting up by themselves. Every and each pixel can turn on and off individually, and you don't want to burn them. You do not want to burn them. The best way to do that is to avoid that, is to lower the OLED light, keep that OLED light to 70%. So, but I gotta tell you, I said I had this is my fourth OLED, 4 OLEDs, 4th generations of OLEDs, especially with this new CX 2020 that's coming, the C10 2020. That I'm going to be reviewing for the LG Labs. And I'm not saying this because I'm in partnership with the LG right now. I'm saying this because I have tested all of these OLEDs. And I have videos to back that up since 2017 from C6, C7, E8, B6, and of course the E8 that I have, and the upcoming C10 that's coming out in July 2020. So nothing can compare right now at the moment, because I have tested Samsung KS8000. I have tested a bunch of LCD televisions out of my own pockets, out of my own money. Those videos are out there, guys. This is all invested by me. I have tested Samsung KS8000, and I love that TV. Probably one of the best Samsung TVs. Samsung KS8000. I have tested Q8FN. I still have Q8FN. I still have, it's right here actually. I have my Sony X900E. It's still here. I have P605 TCL. I have TCL R617. I even have Vizio M552C2, which I kind of started my whole 4K channel. I have tested both sides of the aisle, guys. Both OLED and LCD. And I gotta tell you, nothing will bring you that crystal clear picture quality like the OLED will. LCD will bring you the best, brightest HDR that you want. And if you truly want to experience HDR, then the Q90R, the Samsung 2000 nits peak brightness will really gonna bring that HDR in the best possible way. But if you truly care about that natural picture, and that's what it's all about. It's about natural picture. It's not about how bright your TV, it's about how natural does that TV looks. And the OLED is going to give you that natural picture quality. This is just my opinion. Everybody has different taste and different preferences on this. This is kind of something that no matter how I look at this, people will have their opinions on it. And people will have their points of views on it. And that's okay. You know, OLED's not for everyone. LCD, QLED, it's not for everyone. But the good thing is we have variety that you can choose from. How do I remember all of these names of models? Well, if you are good at something, never do it for free. I'm just have a good memory, man. But that also shows you that, look, guys, if I do something, I research, you know. Granted, I made some mistakes. Everybody makes mistakes. Granted, I'm not hiding the fact that I didn't make mistakes. Of course, we all do. At least I was man enough to admit that I made some mistakes. Okay. Well, if I want to know about something, if I'm curious about something, I do research. I do a bunch of research. I don't just guess it. Maybe they did this, maybe they did that. No, I want to know. I want to know how they did it. What's this technology all about? What's the laser projector all about? How does that work? What's the short throw projectors? Why they're so expensive? What's the difference between the DLP versus the LED lamp? You know, what's the Y color gamut? And how is the Y color gamut being measured? What is the DCI-P3 measurement stands for? And why they're measuring it? You know, why they're using this method of measurement. All of this stuff, you know, you want to learn. You want to learn about that stuff. And I just learn. And that's why I remember all of these things. Because I want to know about that television. M55C2 Vizio from 2015. Because I want to know what's the television's capable. I want to know all the features inside that television. Same thing with the Sony X900E. I want to know all the features built inside that TV. Same thing with the, even with my Cinema LG 3D TV. I want to know what type of panel that is. Is it vertical alignment or is it just simply in-plane switching panel? You know. And that's another thing. A lot of people just memorize, oh, it's IPS. IPS. But they don't understand what really, truly in-plane switching stands for. And what does it do? And how is it able to give you that less shift of color than twisted pneumatic panel? Because twisted pneumatic shifts colors when you move left and right, and in-plane switching avoids that from happening. You know, so you learn, man. You know, you just memorize and you learn. And that's what I try to do, man. I just try to, if I'm passionate about, listen, if I'm passionate about something, I learn. You know, I want to know how they made that movie. You know, like for example, War of the Worlds. How did Spielberg create that scene? That camera rotating and they're driving in that minivan, the trucks coming down, the Bayonne, New Jersey bridge being blown into pieces, the trucks and the debris it's falling onto the apartments and the houses. How did he do that? Composite shots. It's called a composite. Compositing the shots. Filming something in a studio with a green screen and then combining those shots, compositing those shots, and then timing those shots so they look realistic. You know, you learn. You learn. You learn. You study. you learn. But you have to be passionate about something. People, and this is the problem I see with the YouTube, with a lot of YouTubers. Some YouTubers, they just want to memorize. They just want to memorize. But they don't know exactly what it stands for. They don't know exactly how it works. But they just want to memorize it for the sake of memorizing it. Regurgitating, just rehashing that, repeating the same old, same old. And some people, they just want to memorize things for the sake of memorizing it. And I think that's where you show to other people that you're not interested, that you may be doing something for other reasons. I truly am interested. You know, if I wasn't, I would not be bothering partnering up with the LG. LG would not be approaching me if they didn't think I was interested. And when they see my videos, they know that I'm truly passionate about that. Granted, I made some mistakes. I'm not saying that I didn't, but I also give my opinions. But I always give you statistics of what the TV can do, what the TV is capable of, what the features it has. I do have my, opinions about it. But you have to be really interested. And that's how I memorize all of this. Because I care. Like Oppo UDP-203. My Samsung KS 8500. Blu-ray player, which I still have. Or my CHG90. Samsung 50-inch ultra-wide screen, vertical alignment, QLED, quantum television monitor, which is 144 hertz FreeSync. So that's pretty much, man, how you got to really care about something. If I didn't care, listen, man, if I didn't care about gaming, if I didn't care about televisions that much, I probably would never do this, because I would never do something that I don't feel passionate about it. People ask me, what is it about the televisions that intrigues me? Here's what intrigues me. I always wanted to have the best clarity. I'm always striving for that best clarity. Even with my own two eyes, I can't see that clarity the way some of these televisions will be able to bring us in the future. And there's something about seeing something on a big, beautiful screen that has that beautiful clarity. It's almost hypnotic. It's almost like you transforming yourself into this different world. Now you are in this world. You're experiencing this world through the visuals. And that's what I mean about, that's the that itch that I like to scratch. That's what I want in television. That's what I'm seeking. I'm seeking that new cutting edge bleeding technology. Maybe it's going to be micro LEDs. Maybe micro LEDs will be that thing in 2023, 2024. Micro LEDs, we'll see. But I'm always striving for that new cutting edge. Same thing with video games, Unreal Engine 5, I was talking about Unreal Engine 5. It intrigues me to see what the chaos physics can do with the chaos physics, part of the Unreal Engine 5, and how laws of physics apply almost like in real life, the way everything falls down, the way the debris falls down, how it falls, just like in real life. So mimicking the real life. See, the computers, softwares are being used now to mimic the real life. And you're going to see that with Flight Simulator 2020, mimicking the real life. The aerodynamics, everything. Technology, guys, let me tell you. Technology, it's advancing. Look at our SpaceX rockets. Now they're sitting in a nice luxury capsule with a nice luxury spacesuits like Prometheus. Now they're enjoying a luxury flight from Kennedy Space Center to International Space Station. Because Space Shuttle was like an old bus. It wasn't a good experience. This will be a more smoother experience. So engineerings of SpaceX on Saturday, they postponed it today. They were originally supposed to launch today at 4:30, but they canceled it because of the rain and the storm that was going through state of Florida. But they're going to do it on Saturday. On Saturday, they're going to launch it, and you'll see it. So, guys, technology is advancing so crazy. Constantly. It's just left and right. It's advancing. It's really, it's almost like a tsunami. It's like we're surfing. Think of yourself like a tech guy surfing. You're constantly surfing, trying to keep up with that wave, that tsunami of technology that is just being overwhelmed. In my position as a TV reviewer, is it hard to watch stuff on Friends TV or something without pointing out all the issues? I try not to, because it's kind of annoying. I did that with my friend, with my roommate long time ago. He used to have this big giant projector TV. You guys know those projector TVs with a big giant lamp? He had a Toshiba. And I told him that his brightness, it's way above and beyond. I said, how could you watch Keanu Reeves' Speed and The True Lies on HBO like this? This was way back in 1996, 1997. I said, dude, how could you watch it like this? I said, what do you mean? So what do you mean, man? So don't bust my balls, man. I've been just cleaning pools all day long, busting my balls. I said, just relax, Mike. I said, dude, relax. And I said to him, here, let me fix something here. So I went in, took his controller, and I adjusted the brightness. And then he said to me, when he came in, he said, hey man, I gotta admit, it looks a little bit better. I can see like the dark levels a little bit better defined. What did you do, man? I said, I just said to adjust your brightness. I hate doing that to people who don't really care. Majority of people, honestly, I'll be honest with you. Majority of people, I'm not talking about the TV tech people. TV tech people, us, we're like TV files, kind of like audio files. We're always looking for that perfect picture quality. Majority of people, they don't even care. When they open the TV, they just plug it in, hook it in, and they turn it on. They don't give a shit how the color is adjusted, how the gamma it's adjusted, how the contrast it's adjusted, how the brightness and gamma levels are adjusted. None of that stuff. Is the colors over bleeding, over saturated? They don't care. They just want something to play on the screen. And that's majority of people. I'll be honest with you. So I do have a tendency to, like, sometimes, even when I go see my brother's house, like he likes his movies to be a certain way, but only if he would ask me, I would fix it for him. There was this one instance, he was watching that Mr. Robot TV show, and I pointed out to him, listen, man, I know you're watching this TV show, but I got to tell you, can I tell you something? He says, yeah, it's too cold, it's too blue. And I don't think the film director intended you to watch this movie to be so blue, meaning that blue color, cold. So I went to his presets, and he was watching the movie, the TV show, Mr. Robot, on USA Network, on this television that he had. It was what the hell? Vizio. It was a Vizio. He was watching it on a sports preset. And the sports preset had the cold blue turn all the way maximum. That cold blue tone of color. And once I adjusted that tone of color for him, once I adjusted the brightness and the contrast, and the color was oversaturated with 75%. Once I have adjusted that for him, he's like, oh my God, this is so much better. What did you do? I said, I just adjusted it. I said, well, how did you do it? Anyway, so I only do that if people ask me, but I don't want to, I'm not one of those guys that goes to people's houses, like walk around the neighborhood, hey man, can I come in? Like, your TV needs to be adjusted. I'm not like one of those guys. You know, like, walk around the neighborhood. Hey, man, yo, your TV needs to be adjusted. Can I come in? Cool. Yeah. Yeah, same thing with me, Desperado. Same thing with me, Desperado. I simply need to have the game mode on. Why? Because it brings that input lag to 18.2 milliseconds or 16.2 milliseconds. You know what I mean? So having that ability to lower the input lag, it's very crucial, very important, you know. Like Jay's 2 cents for TVs. I know, man. We should do something like that, man. We should all... Look, I would love to meet these other YouTubers. No, really, I would love to hang out with them. I think if they hang out with me, they would realize that all the bullshit they heard, they'll realize it's not true. If they hang out with me. Even if you guys hang out with me. And I know you guys know that already. But if they hung out with me, they would realize, dude, all this bullshit I heard about you, it's all a bunch of, you know... caca. Anyway, let's continue with the HBO Max. See what else we have. Let me know if you see something here. If you see something that might catch your eyes. Looks like there's no John Gotti. No John Gotti. That's a shame that they don't have the Gotti. Hold on. Let me go to the T. Oh, this is a good movie. Taking Chance. Taking Chance. The Take. This was good. The Take. You gotta watch this, guys. This is a great movie. I saw it recently. The Gotti. Where's the Gotti? Ooh, they got Team of America. How about that? The Gotti. I thought maybe it would be under the Gotti, under the T. No Gotti, man. Good Lord. I'm disappointed. Maybe they put it under HBO Originals. Maybe it's under the HBO Originals. Hold on. Let's see if they have... Let's just search for it, man. Maybe they have Gotti. John Gotti. Hold on. Gotti. Why don't I just search for it? Like, what am I doing? I should search for this. Oh, they got the Fresh Prince. Oh, shit, man. They got the Fresh Prince in Bel Air. Fucking A, man. This is all good. This is good. All right, hold on. I mean, look, I like that they have some of this stuff, and it's kind of cool. You know, it's not just the movies; it's the TV shows. You know, TV shows. So that's kind of cool. Let's see, Gotti. If they got the Gotti. Gotti, no, man, they have no Gotti. That's a shame. I don't get it. John, I mean, the Gotti, maybe just Gotti. No. Am I spelling it right, Gotti? I know, cool guy. It's really disappointing. I'm still disappointed. You know, and they want to compete against Disney Plus, and they don't have it. They don't have at least HDR, at least 4K. Forget HDR. How about a 4K? Not even a 4K. I'm disappointed. HBO, seriously, HBO Max. This is pathetic. How could you? Hip hop. I need you. Listen, Desperado, guys. Desperado, Mamba Man, hip hop. John Pheasant, I need you guys to help me out here. Please help me out. How is it possible? Help me out, please, please. I need you guys to help me. Help me understand this. And let's see if HBO can help us understand this. How is it possible that you don't have a movie that's created by HBO Films? HBO Films. This is your movie. You created this movie. It's yours. Where the hell did it go? Where the hell did HBO Films go? You don't have Gotti? With Armand Assante, 1998? Was it 1998? John Gotti? How could you? 1996 Gotti. I'm sorry, 1996 Gotti. I mean, this is really it's I mean, let me look some more. Let me see. Originals. Let's go to the originals. HBO originals. Come on. You don't have Gotti? Hold on. Jesus Christ. No Gotti? I'm so disappointed. I mean, now I'm like very disappointed, man. Forget Generation Kill. Yeah, it's fine, it's cool. Gathering Stone, whatever. You don't have Gotti? Armada Sante, Gotti movie? I mean, this really drives me crazy now. Come on. It's sad. Maybe they'll add it later. Yeah, but man, they really need to put Gotti. You know, Armada Sante, not the one with John Travolta. That was a horrible, terrible. I don't know what the hell what the hell John Travolta was thinking. I don't know. But Armada Sante played Gotti perfecto mundo, perfectly. He played him perfectly. I'm telling you, man. I agree with you, cool guy. I agree with you, and I'm disappointed. And you can see that I was disappointed. I don't know if you saw my video, cool guy, 1987. I don't know if you saw my video. I did a video, my first impressions of HBO Max yesterday at 6:30 in the morning, and I was just so disappointed. I was like, wow. Like, they've been hyping this up. Are you excited? Are you ready? Are you ready for May 27th? Are you ready? I'm like, yeah. I've been having this hard-on now for a long time. And then when you finally try the HBO Max, your hard-on goes on like that. No, I'm not ready. I don't know, man. What the hell was John Travolta thinking? I mean, really, I would have said no. If somebody approached me, I would say no. Why? Because Armada Sante nailed it. He nailed it. You can't touch that. He nailed it. Okay? That movie is just perfect. I wouldn't even dare. I wouldn't even freaking dare say no. Easily, I would say no. I mean, I don't know what the hell was he thinking. Jesus Christ. It sounds nothing like Gotti. Like he was trying too hard, you know. You get over here. Let me tell you something, huh? Come over here. Even Michael Francese says, dude, that was nothing like, that was, I said, Armada Sante. It's the best. He did it, you know. You know, the way he talked was like, this friend of ours. Who are these friend of ours? You know, there's a certain thing, momentum to him, you know. The way he did it, man, it was just perfect. Let's see what else they've got. Man, I'm so disappointed, man. What in the hell? Jesus Christ. Let's go back to the movies. Let's see fantasy sci-fi, see what they've got. They got The Abyss, 2001, Alien, Batman. I don't know how long this is going to stay. Armageddon, The Blob. Just disappointed, man. They got Godzilla. Oh, they got the Green Lantern. That's great. They got the Glass. Ghidorah. They got the Ghidorah. Godzilla versus Mecha Godzilla. They got all the Godzilla movies. And they got all the Harry Potter. Listen, I'll tell you what. If you love Harry Potter, if you are somebody who has Harry Potter waterproof wallpaper in your bathroom, and you know, even your towel, it's Harry Potter, everything's a Harry Potter. If you're like a fanatic, hardcore Harry Potter person, then HBO Max is for you, because they got all the freaking Harry Potters, dude. I'm telling you. All right, Mamba man, I'll see you tomorrow. Tomorrow, I'll be here tomorrow with the Predator. The Predator. The Dutch is coming back. I'm gonna do the Predator with a PlayStation, obviously. Oh yeah, they already have it. That's true. Like me, I love Predator movie, so I got the, I don't know how many, I have the entire Predator collection. Remastered Predator 4K collection, Blu-ray collection, DVD collection. Jesus, how many collections I have of Predator. It's like ridiculous. So this is ridiculous. Lord of the Rings. Yeah, very, I don't know, man, guys. I just, disappointing. Let's see what else they have here. Hold on. Horror. What about the horror movies? Now it's not working. Now it's, hold on. They got DC. They got Crunchyroll. Let's see what kind of anime they've got. They got any animes? Now it's not working. Now it's stopped working. The HBO Max is maxed out itself. I agree. Netflix, listen. When it comes to the originals, I gotta say Netflix and Amazon Prime. Netflix really, they're just kicking ass. Netflix, really, nobody can touch Netflix at the moment. Not to mention everything is 4K, Dolby Vision, HDR, Dolby Atmos. Everything's in 4K. And the quality is top notch. And bunch of original movies, man. The Extraction. There's a new Charlize Theron movie coming out in July. Dude, they got juggernauts of originals, movies. So Netflix is still the king, man. Every which way you flip that coin, when it comes to originals, every way you flip that coin, it always lands on Netflix. You know, like Heads of Tails. Let's say that the Tails is Netflix, and Netflix always lands on the Tails. It's Netflix, and Netflix just really got the whole science figured out for. And they've been doing this since 2008. Since 2008, with the Xbox 360, Netflix has really. Look what Netflix has achieved since 2008. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. I remember people laughing. Dude, the Netflix will never change the Blockbuster. Pfft, this is bullshit, man. Guess what? Not only did it change it, but it shut it down. Blockbuster video stores shut down. Hollywood video stores shut down. And it encouraged other streaming services. Netflix is the Godzilla, man. King of all streaming. Yeah. Where is that, in Alaska? There's one in Alaska, right? Kodiak, what is it? Kodiak or Acreage, or what is it? Kodiak Island? Somewhere out there in Alaska. And I always question this, bro. That's why should I buy these services? I just can buy those movies. This, you know what? Hip Hop 90s, nothing will change my physical media. I got to do a video. I swear to God. I know I'm kind of been busy and kind of getting lazy. I need to do a video to show you my collection of movies. And that nothing will change that. Nothing will change that. You know, yes, I'm going to need a U-Haul truck. I'm going to need a pickup truck to put all those movies in. But damn it, that's forever. Those movies are forever. You don't have to worry about the internet. Is the quality good? Is the bit rate good? No. The quality will always be super great because it's on a disc. And with the Oppo UDP 203 4K player, the best player, period. That Blu-ray player, it's built like a tank. Like a tank. Even Zack Snyder was using Oppo UDP 203 on a watch-along. If you go watch the watch-along, which I should encourage you to watch that. Zack Snyder, in his own little movie theater in Malibu in California, in his house, he was, of course, he has a 4K projector. He has a 4K projector, probably Optima 4K projector, and he was using Oppo UDP 203. You'll see him using an Oppo UDP 203. The best 4K player, the best Blu-ray player, period. There's nothing better, guys. Exactly. And look, don't get me wrong, guys. There's some benefit to this. There's a benefit of taking your movies with you, taking this entire library in the palm of your hands. There's something to that. But then again, let's be honest. Our internet infrastructure, it's nowhere nearly good enough. It's pretty sad. It's 2020. We built a new SpaceX rocket that will take us to the ISS more comfortably, but we're still having a difficult time. We're still having a difficult time bringing stable internet connection because of the greed. Because of the greed. And technology, it's available. Listen, technology, it's available for every neighborhood, for every suburb to have 1 gigabit as a standard. Technology, it's there. It's available, but the problem is the corporate greed does not allow it to be. And that's the sad part. So my whole point is, that's the one issue you always have to worry about. Oh my God, I cannot watch this movie on a cellular, because on cellular, I'm going to go over my limit, and then I won't be able to watch. You always need a stable Wi-Fi hotspot. You know, a stable Wi-Fi hotspot. And it's a double-edged sword, really, guys. So to me personally, I understand why this is so popular, why the streaming services are so popular, but I also understand why physical media, it's always going to be the best and the only way of enjoying your content. You know. All right, so it looks like HBO Max has officially crashed. Yes, with a 4K projector, especially with a 4K shifter, DLP, digital light projector, DLP shifter, you can see every and each pixel gets shifted to 8.3 million pixels. And watching 4K on a 150-inch screen, guys, watching a 4K on a 130, 150-inch screen, you're really going to appreciate that movie. And you're going to see things that you never saw before. Meaning you're going to finally see what film director wanted you to see. You know. So yeah. All right, guys. Well, there you have it. It's already 1 o'clock. I can't believe it. We, was it 2.5 hours? We were sitting here and look, HBO Max. I don't want to criticize them too much. I believe in giving people a chance. I believe in giving people a time to evolve. And I think HBO Max, you can evolve. But this is a really weak launch. It's not what we expected, and it's not what we wanted, honestly. We were really expecting something the stronger, better quality, more stable service, more fluid interface. But look, I'm willing to give HBO Max time to evolve. So let's give this service time to evolve. Let's see what they do. Let's see if they're going to listen to what people are saying, if they're going to listen to a feedback. Most likely they will listen to a feedback, and they'll probably see this video, listen to the feedback, and hopefully some of the criticism, they will look at it as potentially us helping them make the service better. But we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens, you know. All right, guys. It's been a pleasure. And I'll see you tomorrow with the Predator, the Dutch hunting grounds. Tomorrow to the Predator. I'm coming after you, Predator. It's not going to be a bush big enough for you to hide. Maybe give it a 3 to 6 months. Yeah, I would say September, October. Around October, I think we'll see improvements. Maybe we'll see Dolby Vision, hopefully, you know. So, yeah. Give it some time, you know. It's always good to give company a time to evolve. You got to be fair, you know. You got to be fair. I know people are trashing it right now. I understand people trashing it because they were being lied to what they were gonna be giving us. But let's give it some time. Let's give this service 3 to 6 months. Give it some time. Let it evolve, and we'll see what happens. You know. All right, guys. We'll see you tomorrow. Thank you, Giovanni. Thank you, Hip Hop. Thank you, Daniel. We have 2 Daniels here that came in. Thank you, John Fazine. Thank you, Mamba Man, my brother from Rhode Island. And thank you, JC Vasquez. Hola. And hasta mañana. Desperado. Hasta mañana. Hasta mañana. Hold on. Sleeping Angels. Thank you. Caleb. Thank you, Caleb. Thank you, Mobs. The Mobs. Who else am I missing? Let me see. Maximus. Thank you, Maximus. Jimmy Brody. Thank you. Game Buffett from Ocala. Thank you. And hold on. Daniel Davis. Thank you, Daniel Davis, for being here. Appreciate it, man. Thank you. And thank you, Daniel Lee from UK. Thank you. All right, guys, I'm out, and I'll see you tomorrow. And remember, if you're good at something, never do it for free. Why am I sounding like Joker all of a sudden? You know what? Let me see. I got to do this proper. I got to do a proper Joker before I leave, because that was terrible what I just did. Let's do a proper Joker. Let's do a proper Joker for you guys. Let's do it live, because somebody was requesting of me on my Facebook Messenger, please do a Joker quote, do a Heath Ledger quote, please. I said, okay, all right. Don't make me go down on my knees. I'll do it. Because practically this individual is begging me. It's begging me to do it. So, all right, fine. Okay, I'll do it. It's begging me to do it. Hold on. Where is it? Here we go. Where the hell is it? I'm trying to find these quotes, man. Just bear with me. Bear with me. Hold on a second. Let me see. Here we go. He wants me to do this quote. I don't know why. This one's it's pretty hardcore, but anyway, we're gonna do it. All right, so here we go. Let's do this. Let's do it. Man, I hate doing Joker because it fucking drains the energy out of me. Do you want to know? Hold on. Do you want to know why I... Do you want to know? Do you want to know why I use a knife? You see, the guns are too quick. You can't savor all the little emotions. You see, in their last moments, people show you who they really are. So in a way, I do know your friends better than you ever did. Would you like to know which one of them are cowards? There you go. I know it wasn't the perfect I know it wasn't the perfect, but because I didn't have that energy to do it. I have to have that full energy to do it. But I hope you enjoyed it, man. There you have it. All right, guys. I gotta go. I gotta go. Take care, guys. I'll see you tomorrow. Cheers. With Arnold, I'll be back to get the predator hiding in the big bush. Not the trimmed bush, but the big hairy bush. I'll get him. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Take care.